Welcome back, students, to this lecture of refrigeration and air conditioning. Today our last case was left, and that will be covered. That is vapor compression cycle with subcooling or undercooling concept. Okay, so let me first tell you what is the meaning of subcooling. So it is a process of cooling the liquid refrigerant below the condensing temperature for a given or fixed pressure. So this is the meaning of subcooling or undercooling. Means you have to take the liquid refrigerant below the condenser temperature. Okay, so let's see the corresponding temperature entropy diagram and pressure enthalpy diagram, and then we will solve a numerical regarding this. Okay, so students, this is the temperature entropy line, this is the pressure enthalpy line, and these are the corresponding saturation curve for TS diagram and PS diagram. Let us first assume, so let the entry at the compressor means the when the vapor suppose the refrigerant is dry and saturated at the entry to the compressor. If the vapor is dry and saturated at the entry to the compressor, means the point 1 will lie on the saturation curve. Here the point 1 will lie on the saturation curve, and it is obvious that if the point 1 will lie on the saturation, means after compression it will be converted into superheated region. Means the point 2, that is the point 2, okay, the point 2 will lie outside the dome. Okay, so this is the evaporator pressure line, this is the condenser pressure line. Similarly here, this is the evaporator pressure line, and this is the what, condenser pressure lines. Okay, so students, 1 to 2 is your isentropy compression process. Okay, I am taking this case. The question can be any type. The question can be that the entry of the compressor should be superheated. Yeah, the entry at the compressor should be a wet compression. The case can be any type. Okay, I am taking one type of case, but our concept is the subcooling of the liquid refrigerant. So 2 to 2 dash, then 2 dash to 3, then you have to subcool the liquid refrigerant below the condenser temperature, means you have to go further backward, that will be 3 dash to 3. Now students, this 3 dash to 3 means this change in temperature, it is your degree of subcooling, and here 2 to 2 dash, it is your change in temperature is your degree of superheat. Okay, so like this you can see the corresponding diagram in the pressure and enthalpy curve. Okay, so process 3 dash to 3 is your subcooling process or undercooling process. Okay, so you can find the degree of subcooling. It is the temperature difference between 3 dash and 3, that is T3 dash minus T3. Okay, and the degree of superheat will be T2 minus T2 dash. Okay, now you can find the corresponding coefficient of performance, and the COP will be refrigeration effect by work done by the compressor. So it will be H1 minus H3 divided by H2 minus H1. Let us suppose you are not doing the subcooling, means you have to stop your condensation process at 0.3 days, then you have to pass the refrigerant through the expansion device, means the line will be 3 days to this 4 days point. Okay, means your refrigeration effects will be decreased for the given fixed compressor process. It means as the compressor work remains constant or fixed, so the coefficient of performance will definitely increase in case of subcooling, as the refrigerant effect is simultaneously increasing. Okay, so this is the concept of subcooling, means it will give the higher COP. Okay, and similarly you can find the H3 enthalpy at 0.3, that will be H3 dash minus CPF. Why minus? Because you are decreasing, Cpf whole into T3 dash minus T3. Okay students, so this is the concept. Let's solve one problem. Okay, so okay, the question says a food storage locker requires a refrigeration system of 2400 kilojoule per minute capacity. Yes, this is the refrigeration capacity at an evaporator's temperature of 263 Kelvin, means the lower temperature is given, that is 263 Kelvin, and the condenser temperature of 303 Kelvin, means upper temperature is higher temperature is 303 Kelvin is given. The refrigerant used is F12. Okay, the F12 refrigerant is used, and it is superheated by 7 degrees centigrade before leaving the evaporator coil. Okay, now the point 1 will be in superheated state, as it suggests. The question says and that it will be superheated by 7 degrees centigrade before leaving the evaporator coil, means the entry of the compressor will be in superheated. Okay, the compression is isentropic. Okay, fine. Find the COP and mass flow rate of the refrigerant. You have to find the COP and mass flow rate. If there are two cases, if there is no subcooling, means the first you have to solve the problem taking the case there is no subcooling. Okay, and second case should be a subcooling case. And what is that? The refrigerant is subcooled by 6 degrees centigrade, means you have to the temperature difference is given 6 degrees centigrade subcooling before entering the expansion valve, and the data are given, that are the liquid specific heat CPF is 1.235 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and vapor specific heat it will be 0.733 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. And a table is also given. There is a saturation temperature column, there is absolute pressure column. Okay, there is enthalpy column. In enthalpy there are liquid enthalpy and vapor enthalpy. There is entropy column. There in entropy there is liquid entropy and vapor entropy corresponding to different temperature limits. Okay, so let's see how we will solve the problem. Okay, so firstly what you have to do, you have to draw the first you have to draw the TS and pH diagram. As I have already told you, it is a case of subcooling, and entry of the compressor, the refrigerant is in superheated state. First you draw the higher pressure lines. This is the higher pressure line, this is the lower pressure line. Similarly, higher pressure, this is the lower pressure. Higher pressure means it is the condenser pressure, lower pressure means this is the evaporator pressure. Now point 1 will be here. Okay, so 1 to 2 is your isentropic compression. Similarly, you go to 2 dash, then you have to move for 2 dash to 3 dash, then you have to go for 3 dash to 3. Okay, 3 dash to 3, and the upper temperature is 303, means saturation temperature is 303, and lower temperature is 263 Kelvin. Okay, similarly the corresponding you can see the graph in the pH curve. Okay, ठीक है. So first you find the enthalpy as different points. Okay, first you can find the enthalpy at point 3 dash. Okay, so H3 dash will be what? F3 at this temperature 303 Kelvin temperature, and from the table you can find this is 64.6 kilojoule per kg. Okay, and you can find the H1 dash. H1 dash will be and the enthalpy of dry enthalpy at 263 Kelvin, that is 183.2. If you know this enthalpy, you can find the enthalpy at point 1, that will be H1 dash plus CPV whole into T1 minus T1 dash, and just putting all the values, and T1 minus T1 dash is given, means the degree of superheat is given, that is 7. You can put the value of 7 here, and the Cp at vapor case the value is 0.733, it is given in the question. You can put all the values and you can find the enthalpy at point number 1. Okay. Okay, H1 will be 188.331 किलोजूल पर kg. H1 हम लोग को मिल गया, H3 डैश मिल गया, ठीक है. Now you can apply the formula, that is isentropic compression is reversible additivity, means S1 will be S2. Just to apply that formula, S1 will be Sg1 dash plus Cpv whole into ln T1 by T1 dash. Similarly, S2 will be also as in superheated region, then S2 will be Sg2 dash plus Cpv ln T2 by T2 dash. And now Sg dash will be what? Sg1 dash will be, just see the table, at 263 Kelvin. You have to take the vapor entropy, that is 0.7020, and Cpv is given 0.733, and temperature at 1, that is yes, the temperature at 1 is not given, but the degree of superheat is given at 7 degrees centigrade. As the lower temperature is 263, means upper temperature will be 270. Okay. Okay, fine, clear. Similarly, Sg2 dash में तुम लोग क्या कर सकते हो, H2 dash में क्या डालोगे, H2 dash will be the vapor entropy at the temperature of 303 Kelvin, that is 0.6854, and T2 is not known to you. Okay, known to you, so you can find the value of T2 here, and T2 dash is given, that is 303. From this calculation, you can, if you, there is some simple mathematical calculation up to this is the mathematical calculation, and you can find the temperature T2 will be 318 Kelvin. Okay, students. Okay, go further. After getting T2, you can find the enthalpy at point 2, that will be H2 will be what, H2 dash plus Cp V whole into T2 minus T2 dash. H2 dash means you can, H2 dash means it is the enthalpy, vapor enthalpy at temperature what, 303 Kelvin. Just see the table, and it is 199.6, and you know all the data, just you can find the value of H2. H2 will be 210.6, 210.6. Okay, next you can find the value of H3. Similarly, here you apply the subcooling process, that is H3 dash minus Cpf whole into T3 dash minus T3, and H3 dash तो हम लोग पहले से निकाल चुके थे, या टेबल से तुम लोग देख सकते हो. H3 dash means it is the liquid enthalpy at 303, that is 64.6, and Cpf is given 1.235 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and T3 dash minus T3 means it is the degree of subcooling is given, that is how much, 7, not 7, it is 6. In question it says it is the 6, so just put the value of 6 here. 6, and you can find the value of enthalpy at 3, that is 657.19 kilojoule per kg. Okay, so all the enthalpies are now known to us, so we can consider our case number 1, that is no subcooling. No subcooling means the cycle will be 1 to 2 to 3 dash to 4 dash to 1. Clear. COP का वही formula है, RE by WC. RE means H1 minus H3 dash, and WC means H2 minus H1. You know all the values of different enthalpies, just put the value, and you can find the COP will be 5.55, and the you can find the mass flow rate. How? Because you know RC, refrigeration capacity, will be mass flow rate into refrigeration effect. So mass flow rate will be refrigeration capacity by refrigeration effect. Okay, just divide the capacity to the refrigeration effect, you can find the value of mass flow rate, that is 119.396 kilojoule per minute, kg per minute. You can convert it into second if you are dividing by 60. Okay, so no need to convert. Okay, because the question does not instructed us to convert into kg per second, so no need to convert. So next our case number 2, when it is a subcooling process, means cycle will be more, that is 1 to 2 to 2 dash to 3 dash to 3 to 4 to 1. Now we will get the higher COP as it is a subcooling process, and applying all the formulas in the COP you will get the COP will be 5.88. यहाँ पे तुम लोग देख सकते हो फर्क, जब सबकूलिंग नहीं कर रहे थे तुम लोग का COP आ गया 5.55. when you are doing the subcooling the COP comes that is 5.88, because you are increasing the COP as the compressor work remains constant. And one more thing, if the cycle is more, means it is the lengthy cycle na, it means the cycle length is more, 1 2 1 means 1 2 2 dash 3 dash 3 4 1, and here cycle is simple 1 to 2 dash to 3 dash to 4 dash 1, means here the mass flow rate will be higher because cycle is small, and here mass flow rate will be less. Why? Because the refrigerant has to flow to the more path, okay, per unit time. For same time the mass flow rate will be less. You can similar way you can find the mass flow rate, that is 18.3 kg per minute. You can also convert it into kg per second. So students, this completes your second chapter. From next class we will go to chapter number 3, that is vapor absorption refrigeration system. Thank you.